I've been watching, and I know you've been watching too. So come peep this. Hi, Peep fam. Welcome to Come Peep This. I'm Miss Series, and I do not miss a series. I review everything that I watch. That includes series like Married at First Sight, which I'm going to rant on tonight, and 90 Day Fiancé, all the way to Billions in the Shy, and everything in between. I have my master's in psychology, so we're going to use some psychology, a whole lot of common sense, and get some giggles along the way as we do this rant. Let's go. Married at First Sight, Season 1, Episode 1. Now, this rant is for the experts. Yep, for the experts. It's for y'all. I'm going to rant on 3 couples. It's going to be Alexis and Justin, Nate and Stasha, Kristen and Mitch. Okay, for Alexis and Justin, Mavs, stop doing people like this. Just stop. Stop giving people extremes or the opposite of what they asked for. She asked for a man that was tall and athletic. She said tall. Y'all gave her a man that's 6'8". He's a giant. He's super tall. That's like a man saying, okay, Pastor Cal, Dr. Pepper, I want a woman that's curvy. I want a woman that's shapely. And you giving him my 600-pound life. Like, stop. Stop doing people like this. Now, I can see she said, I like a real tall man. You know. And then, okay, 6'8", okay. All right. She just said, I like a tall, athletic man, which is most women's type. You know, even if it's not your go-to, you accept that. You know, she want a thick man. When someone says athletic, they mean muscular or thick, has some weight. He's 6'8", and he's slim. He's not tone or like come on, stop doing people like that. That's a shock. No one wants to get to the altar and be shocked. That's my point. You know, like, oh man, like Alyssa and Chris last season. You know, she was shocked. Now, I do not think at all that Alexis would do Justin like Alyssa did Chris. Now that I don't see that in her. I don't see that in her. She wouldn't do that at all. But I'm saying, you never know when you're shocked, how you will respond. I think Alyssa was shocked because, you know, what she asked for specifically. But I think Alexis was shocked. She said his height is uncomfortable. That's how she described it. As uncomfortable. So come on. Just cut it out. And it only further hurts the person who, you know, may have something physical about them that they have an insecurity about. It only further hurts them, but in a public way. Like on stage. Spotlight. Like, stop doing people like that. I've been a fan of Married at First Sight. Season 1, Episode 1. Years into this. And y'all, since I was a teenager. And y'all still doing people like this. Like, cut it out. Please. Okay, next we have Nate and Stasha. Now, Stasha's a boss. I said that in my review of Episode 1. Go and check that out. She's a boss. But she's a real life boss. Meaning that her accomplishments, her achievements, her success are tangible. Like, you can see them. Like, she has a portfolio. She has a full-time job. I think she's like an accountant. But she also flip houses on the side. Like, she has her hand in real estate. She has several, or at least 2 streams of residual income that she can depend on. Like, okay, I know for sure I have this amount coming in. I have that amount coming in. She can, you know, she can count on it. And so you giving her Nate, who describes himself as a hustler. Now, I'm quite sure he's a boss in his own mind. In my own mind, I'm a pimp in my own mind. He's probably a boss in his own mind, but I don't think his works have come to a tangible state. Meaning that he may do the day trading, but I don't think he is, you know, really manifesting in the bank. You know, got that cash in the bank. Like, she has liquid funds. So much so that she is speaking about a post-nup. Matter of fact, I think that was her mother's first response when she said, hey, I'm getting married. Oh, post-nup. So she has substantial amount of money, at least an amount of savings. Something that even her mother is aware of. She's at that status, like, it's known. So don't give her Nate that's on the come up. Like, of course she said, She doesn't mind if the man doesn't make as much as her. I'm quite sure he said, oh, I don't mind if she makes, more than me. But there cannot be this big of a discrepancy in salary, this big of a gap. It's bigger than the education gap. I mean, it's too wide for them to be able to meet in the middle. Now, we already seen this disaster with Miller, right? And Gil. Miller was bringing in that money. And you see Gil start being resentful, making snide comments all the time about her spending. But she's able to. Sasha will be able to afford a lifestyle that Nate cannot afford to give her because the salary gap is that big. Like you can't do people like the number one cause for divorce is what? Finances? Y'all didn't know that? Married at first sight experts? Y'all didn't know that? So why would you get that problem and only compound and further exuberate the problems of being at married at first sight, meaning having the cameras on you, marrying a stranger? You have to get past those obstacles. Plus, you then added the financial obstacle, which is the number one cause for divorce. Don't make it harder than what it has to be. Stop that. Stop making it harder than what it has to be and then acting shocked when everybody come back from the reunion and they divorce. Yeah, I said it. Stop doing that. Set them up for long-term success. And part of long-term success is having financial stability, financial success, financial dependability. And I don't think that Nate can provide it to Stasha's level. You should have gave her someone on her level. There's been men in previous seasons that have been very well off, that has been, established. You should have gave her somebody that's more established. Because you're only making it more difficult for her, and she's very blunt. This is my forecast. Before this season is over, Stasha is going to put Nate on blast. She's going to say, hey, where's the receipts? Okay, you got this. You're a day trader. Cool. Where's the receipts? I need to see something tangible. Because her accomplishments are tangible. You can see them. We're not getting the same vibe from Nate. And y'all know this. So stop. Don't make it harder for her. Don't set her up to be the villain when she's not. Don't set her up to be the villain when the ball has been dropped and it's not her fault. Okay? Let me take some deep breaths before I get into this last couple for the rant. So this is 100% the expert's fault. We're talking about Kristen and Mitch. Okay? Kristen is a sweetie pie. She's a sweetheart. She's been scorned before, and now she's putting herself back out there in a major way. And Married at First Sight said, and? So we're going to give you Mitch. We're going to give you man-child Mitch. We're going to give you entitled Mitch. That's what we got for you. Perfect match. Gotcha. No. Pastor Cal, Dr. Pepper, stop. Stop putting these fragile women, or I don't want to say fragile in the sense of they've been scorned or hurt deeply in the past, because you're about to get married and you find out that he's actually been sleeping with somebody behind your back for 6 months. That's hurtful. Now she's recovered. She's not fragile anymore, but that's still a wound. And you give her with these emotionally stunted and unavailable men. Stop it. Stop it. Please. Do better. So Mitch is, in my opinion, entitled. Your typical entitled man that looks like him. His brother describes him as unwilling to change, modify, improve who he is. Matter of fact, his brother said that you're not willing to change your Mitchness. They've turned his name into an adjective. It's not a positive or favorable one. It's Mitchness. They've turned his name into the adjective, meaning somebody that's a jerk, inflexible, possibly unkind, which I think he's going to be unkind before this season is out. I forecast it now. We're not going to like Mitch. I think he has an unkind. I know by his own description of himself that he has an unkind side, because he yells, degrades, and causes scenes in public when the waiter doesn't fill his cup. When a waiter doesn't fill his glass, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But he likes to clean up the ocean. He's environmentally conscious. Let me tell you, there's two type of green people. Okay? There's two distinct groups or types, in my opinion. There's the green. When I mean green, of course, I'm referring to environmentally friendly, environmentally conscious people that really genuinely have a heart for the environment, that will clean the beaches, that will start initiatives in the community. Let's compost. Like, they'll teach you before they berate you. They will let you know, the harm of plastics. They won't judge your use of plastics. They'll inform you, teach you, because it's from their heart. That's what they love to do. That's what they care about. That's what they're mindful of. And then there's the second group that they're environmentally conscious. They'll clean a beach. They even wash a dove in the house sink, like on the Dawn commercial. But they do it to berate you with it. They do it as a sense of I'm better than you because I do this. It's not genuine. It's not from the heart. I think Mitch is in that second category, in my opinion, because he berates people in public. He likes to cause scenes. So those two personality traits, they don't mix. They just don't mix. They don't at all. Yes, he's environmentally conscious, but to judge. Yeah, using plastics. Ugh. Hey, waiter, my glass isn't full. That's the same person. That's the same person. Like that. Like that. That's disguising and putting environmental. You may help the environment with your actions. I'm not saying that you don't. But you're not a kind person. You're not a person that does it in a kind, nice way. Because the same person that does it in a kind, nice way wouldn't degrade and belittle and embarrass and cause tantrums. You 41 years old. Causing tantrums in public. I'm embarrassed for you. Like, stop that. But that's the person y'all chose to be with. Passive, kind, Christian. Let me tell you something. A sense of entitlement plus underachievement, because he used to just Manny. I don't know. Entitlement plus underachievement equals jerk. Before the season is out, we're gonna all come to the conclusion like, oh, Mitch. I'll be shocked if we don't, and I'll take my words back if it don't come into fruition. But I'm saying Mitch is giving me very much vibes. And once again, they put a passive woman with an aggressive man that's judgy. Ooh, you can see it on them. Married at first sight, do better. Just do better. When in doubt, do the obvious. Listen to red flags. Listen, let's ask him to describe himself. He'll tell you about himself. He said he loud. He inappropriate. This is him describing himself. I went over this in my review of the episode. Go back and check that. Like, come on, let's do better. Okay, you guys, like, subscribe, and comment. I always reply to my Peep family. Have a good one. Let's get it.